Well, needless to say, the title of this episode really does explain it all because today was absolutely wacky as all it can get down in the NFL. As week 14 was definitely wacky, 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 and did I mention wacky? And welcome. Wow. 139 episodes in, and then we picked up another subscriber yesterday or earlier this morning. So again, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and joining us and finding us entertaining. Welcome to number 139 on the Mizzle and Dub Show. He is the upset Donald Duck, and well, I'm coming to you from the Hall of Justice. But nonetheless, this was whack. I mean, I know we say any given Sunday in the NFL, but by God, that and he's already coming in here saying a whole bunch of stuff. Well, there are Cowboy fans that feel the same way, and they're still probably celebrating tonight. Probably singing "I Got Friends in Low Places," but I know a lot of times we say any given Sunday, and that was really the case in Week 14 to where just some things you were just like, did that really happen? And yes, it did happen, and we're gonna cover all that. Excuse me, on this late night edition of the Mizzle Dub Show. But before we do that, to you, good sir, I say congratulations on getting some more recognition at your job. Congratulations. You have certainly earned that, my friend.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But like I tell everybody, I just do my job. I just show up and do what I got to do. If they see that I'm doing want to recognize me for doing my job, hey, I'll take it. But they can add a couple of more zeros to my check, though. I'll take that. Get the recognition. Pay me. But no, thank you for real. Appreciate it.
And you're not wrong for saying that either. Let's
definitely
get into it with this crazy,
that.
wacky week that was week 14 of the National Football League season. And I mean, we definitely can begin anywhere, but let's just get right down to it. Let's yes, indeed. Let's just get right into it. Let's just go into the shocker of the day. Brace yourself for what I'm about to say, fans, because this really did happen. The East Rutherford Jets ended their losing streak, and they scored 30 points.
Zach Wilson threw over 300 yards.
This is not a typo. This is live at 12:20 a.m. on December the 11th.
Hey, we're 1
day 2023. Indeed. The East Rutherford Jets scored 30 points, yes. And Zach Wilson looked like BYU Zach Wilson.
Enjoy it because it's over after
was
that.
Efficient throwing the football. The Jets go to 5-8. The Texans go to 7-6 as the Jets just shocked the Texans. Now, granted, CJ Stroud got hurt. That did play a part.
It looked pretty bad too.
However, the Jets defense played a fantastic. Well, the Jets defense has been great all season long. So that them playing well, that's kind of expected. But the fact that Zach Wilson was 27 of 36 for 301 yards, threw 2 TDs, no interceptions. Garrett Wilson, 9 catches for 108 yards. Shocker that Breece Hall only had 40 yards rushing, but the Jets was efficient throwing the ball. And I mean, like I said, any given Sunday, it happens. But as we always say on the show, when you go 1 for 12 on third down conversions, you're normally not going to win any
Nothing.
games. You're just not. The Jets were 6 of 15 on a third down, 1 for 1 on fourth. But the Jets just shock the NFL world by beating Houston 30-6. As you said, the injury to CJ Stroud looked kind of bad. Hopefully, that won't derail his season, and it won't derail the Texans season. The Texans still in the chase for
Yeah.
the AFC South. They're still one game back because another shocker happened. Joe Flacco had a throwback game like he was still playing for the Baltimore Ravens as the Browns in their
Boy,
losing
was he
streak and get
efficient.
back on track.
He looked
Very
good.
efficient.
He looked real
Yes,
good.
Yes, he did. Browns, huge win over the Jaguars, 31-27. And I know the Jaguars are they lead the division. They're up one game on Houston. However, and this was my concern in the last one of the couple of shows that we had, we talked about should they rest Sunshine because high ankle sprains are very
3 to 4 weeks.
the depending on the severity, the best remedy for that is rest. But given the fact that the Jaguars in the thick of the playoff hunt, trying to maintain their division lead to at least at worst get one home playoff game. I mean, Sunshine gave it a go. But when you throw 3
They had their
interceptions,
chances.
that does not help your cause.
Yes.
Yeah, they did. There was plenty of chances, but the Browns held off enough and held it at the end to get the win, 31-27. Joe Flacco, 2 weeks being on the couch, 26 of 45, 311, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. David Njoku has got serious mad hops. Like, if you look at the slow motion of him jumping in the air after he scores the touchdown, that man looked like he can dunk a basketball, but he had 6 catches, 91 yards, 2.
Give me all the points.
Finds the end zone for the Browns. Jerome Ford, 12 carries, 51 yards. Njoku, 6 for 91. Njoku, 6 for 91. Amari Cooper, 7 for 77 yards. David Bell had 1 catch for a touchdown, which was a 41-yarder. Elijah Moore, 3 catches, 42 yards. So the Browns keeping pace in the AFC North. They're like a game and a half back of the Ravens at 8-5. So the Browns clearly holding on to a playoff spot in the AFC. And oh, by the way, let me announce this now. We have our second team officially eliminated from the playoffs, and that team is the New England Patriots.
The Raiders? Oh. Yeah, I knew that.
The New England Patriots.
Yeah. Well,
But
hell,
it was officially made
3 and
today
10? 3 and 9?
3 and 10.
3 and 9? 3 and 10. Okay.
No, 3 and 10.
No one cares.
And ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
don't do it. Are we going to talk about
it
this?
seemed like they were left for dead.
Oh, you're doing
but
it.
the only thing the Cincinnati Bengals have done. No, we're talking about the Bengals making a resurgence.
I thought you were talking about that Elway team.
What am I doing? Talking about the Bengals?
No. I thought you were going to talk about the Elways.
I'm talking about Cincinnati making a surge. Unfortunately for you, we have to get to that later. No, not yet. But the Cincinnati Bengals have rallied ever since their quarterback went down for the season. Jake Browning, all he has done is played well. And the Bengals are back a game over 500 at 7-6, same record as the Colts, as the Bengals beat Indy 34-14.
Oh, so I look up and I see that my brother is spinning. So yeah, the Folsom kid, Jake Browning, did have a great game as the Bengals just are just finding ways to win. And yeah, they just had a tremendous game as we try to see that. There he is. Hello. What were you
We have
saying?
now come to the part of the program where technology. We now come to the part of the program where technology wants to piss me off right now,
Uh-oh.
as I'm trying to explain to the masses of how well the Bengals have been playing. Um,
Yes.
so I'm not very happy about that, but nonetheless, Bengals get the win. Brown 3 catches, 80 yards. Mixon 21 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown. Browning, the Folsom Bulldog, 18 of 24, 275, 2 touchdowns, and an INT. Minshew didn't play bad. Threw for 240, touchdown interception. Pittman, 8 catches, 95 yards, but it's just the Bengals. It was tied at 14 at the half, and the Bengals outscored them 13-0 in the second half, and that was all she wrote. Bengals get the win. I'm sorry, 20-0 in the second half. Bengals get the win 7-6. But
Oh,
as I said, the Bengals, even though the Bengals are back in the thick of the playoff chase, the Bengals are not very strong when it comes to their tiebreakers. Now, in a
that's
game to
facts.
where we each had, and in a game to where we picked the opposite sides, it was Mizzle that got the first win, as we got the good version of the Buccaneers today. The Buccaneers beat the Falcons 29-25 on a last-second field goal made by Chase McLaughlin. No, I'm sorry. Game-winning touchdown pass to Cade Otton from Baker Mayfield, as Baker Mayfield leads a 2-minute drive in the last seconds to get the win, and the Buccaneers get the win. And now it's the Buccaneers back in first place in the WACKY NFC South, as the Falcons came in to the game in first place with the undefeated record. But now the Buccaneers, by way of the better conference record, is now in first place in the
Oh.
NFC South, which is,
Oh.
yeah. So if you look at the NFC South, technically it's a three-way tie because the Buccaneers, Falcons, and Saints are all with the identical record of 6-7. But however, as I just said, because of the better conference record that the Buccaneers have, it's the Buccaneers in first place in the NFC South. Get your conferences right, idiot. Come on now. Anyhow,
Don't ever disrespect yourself
well,
on our show like
I
that.
will give Desmond Ritter credit. He found the ball to Drake London. Drake London, give me
And he
points,
found
young
Kyle
man.
Pitts.
10 catches.
And he found Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, that also. Yeah, Kyle Pitts had 3 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown. Drake London, 10 catches, $172. But unfortunately, the run game was not working for the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
They only ran for 96 total yards, but Desmond Ritter throwing the ball, threw for 347, had the interception, had a touchdown pass. The Buccaneers, I mean, Baker didn't throw the ball all that well. He was only 14 of 29 for $144, but he had 2 touchdowns, no picks. But it was the run game for the Buccaneers that played a big dividends. Rachaad White, 25 carries, 102 yards to carry the Buccaneers back into first place in the NFC South by the final score of 29
That actually was a good game, by the way.
Well, I mean, normally the NFC South, when it comes to Saints Falcons and Buccaneers Falcons, it's normally close down to the wire last minute games.
Yes.
That's one thing we can say about the NFC South when it comes to those 3 particular teams. And perhaps, folks, the game of the day took place in Baltimore, Maryland, as in the first part of the game, it looked like the Rams were going to shock everybody as The
Indeed.
Rams were up 20-14, but the Ravens at home found a way to get back, and the game ends on a Tylan Wallace 76-yard punt return
I
as
mean,
the Ravens
wait,
had the lead
wait, wait,
late.
wait. I can watching that play. I just hear Chris Berman in my head, stumbling, fumbling, because he almost tripped up and fell down multiple times running that punt return. But
More than once, yes.
I had Chris Berman in my head watching that play. And as I just said, stumbling, bumbling, fumbling. But what a tremendous way to keep his balance and get to that and hit the sideline and then turn on the Jets.
Yeah.
So I love how OT gets. That also reminds me how. Okay.
No, I was going to say Lamar Jackson was special. Threw for 316.
Of course.
Threw 3 touchdowns. Also ran the ball for 70 yards. But Stafford was pretty good too. 29-41 for 294, 3 touchdowns. Kyron Williams ran the ball very well today for the Rams. He had 25 carries for a $114. Cooper Kupp was outstanding. 8 catches, a $115. Odell finds the end zone again. 4 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown. But the Ravens, down at the half, find a way to rally. Took the lead late. Yeah. Rams respond. But the Ravens in overtime, they get to 10-3 in a fantastic game in the rain, nonetheless. In Baltimore,
say, that's how football is supposed to be played, though. That's football in the rain is just spectacular for some odd reason. Yeah, the elements just works.
Yes, it is.
When it comes to football, it's it's a beautiful thing.
It very much so is.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions picked the wrong time to lay an egg. And kudos to the Chicago Bears.
I'm going to say the Bears played well. They played well.
And all of a sudden, the Bears now are 5-8. And I know some Bears fans are thinking, dang it, no. Tank the season. Look here.
No.
These are professional.
I don't like that word.
These are professional players. No, I know.
Grown men.
But these are professional players playing a kid's game and getting paid to play a kid's game. These athletes that play in the NFL, they have professional pride. Okay,
damn right they do.
Nobody likes to lose like that. And I know Bears fans have given Matt Eberflus a lot of flack, rightfully so. But lately, the Bears have been playing great. Since Justin Fields has returned, the Bears' offense has gotten a little bit better. And don't forget, DJ Moore is showing you guys, hey, I can still play, and I'm pretty doggone good. DJ Moore, 6 catches, 68 yards on the TD. Fields threw the ball for 223, ran for an extra 58 yards, but the Lions just laid an egg. Lions are still 9-4. They're still very much so controlling their own destiny in winning the NFC North. But the Bears making a statement. They're at 5-8. Bears are rallying. And a lot of Saints fans have been calling and begging the Saints, can y'all please wear gold pants? Well, they put on the gold pants today, and they look like they remember how to play football, as they did what they were supposed to do, getting the big 20-6 win over the Panthers.
They were playing the Panthers.
Correct. Like I said, they did what they were supposed to do. You got the decent Derek Carr today, 18 of 26, only threw for $119, but threw 2 TDs and an INT. And good for Jimmy Graham, he found the end zone today. So the Saints 6-7, but they're still looking up at the Buccaneers by way of the better conference record for Tampa Bay, but they get the win 28-6. Folks, the Kansas City Chiefs are leaking, and it's leaking bad. As the Bills,
that's okay.
Had enough.
They got the
defense,
Raiders on their schedule still,
and well, we'll get to that in a second. But the Bills get a big win. The Chiefs are 8.
Did we pick the Bills?
The AFC West lead for the Chiefs is not safe anymore. The Bills get a huge win. The Bills go to 7-6. Yes, we did. We both picked the Bills, and we both won on that particular matchup. So far, in our differences, you got one on me, I got one on you. So far. So you still have a nice lead because coming into right now, and this is not counting the two games tonight on Monday Night Football. You are
That's right. There's
106
two of
and
them tonight.
57, and I am 99 and
Woo!
65, which that's not a bad record, but you are
Woo!
still with a comfortable lead on me. And looks like I am buying you
106.
tequila when
I'll take it. As he just froze. Yes, you heard him correct. Tequila is winning. I'm winning because I'm picking the right games. And he can't pick games. He can critique them, but he can't pick them. I don't know what it is. Historian when it comes to all this, and he can't pick games right. That's why you should never bet me, because when I don't bet, I don't gamble.
you're not the only one that hates my internet. Believe me when I say that. Anyhow, as I was trying to say, it's the Bills getting the big win, and as if Kadarius Toney's season wasn't already feeling
Oh.
highly,
Oh.
dare I say, heavy. His costly
Snatch the
offsides ball,
moment.
yeah, took away a tremendous play and a tremendous alertness by Travis Kelsey, but it was all for naught.
Yes.
And something you very rarely see, Patrick Mahomes losing his cool on the sideline. And that's something we have not seen in his young NFL career. The Chiefs go to 8-5, Bills go to 7-6. And again, this was my question for the Chiefs. If they should still happen to still win the division and have to do it on the road, which is something the Chiefs have not done during this run because most of their playoff games have been in the friendly confines of Arrowhead Stadium. But I don't know if the Chiefs can go win 2 playoff games on the road because they have not been
No.
tested on the in the playoffs, and that is just something to keep in mind as this season plays out with 4 more weeks to go in the season. Alan,
That's a good thing. This the statement right there. That's a
well,
good
again,
one.
you don't know what teams can do unless they're put in that situation. And so far, during this
Mm-hmm.
run that the Chiefs have won 2 Super Bowls in the last 4 seasons, most of their games in this run of playoff significance has been at home. When they've gone to the AFC Championship game for the last 3 out of the last for the last 4 consecutive years, all the games have been played at home. So
It's
you have
true.
that. So now
Yep.
here comes the true test. If they manage to still win the division, which right now it's up for grabs right now, as we segue into that in a second, can the Chiefs win on the road? That's the question. But the Bills, still in the thick of the wildcard race, get a huge win, beating the Chiefs
Huge win.
20-17.
Mm-hmm.
And now Mizzle's about to throw up right now because we are for
Mm.
him. Unfortunately, we are going to talk about the John Elways. This is the same Broncos team that once upon a time
Bro.
gave up 70 points in one game.
Yes. Yes.
This is the same team. This is the same team. It looked like that Russell Wilson was done. He looked
Done.
shot. And credit must be given to
Ooh.
Sean Payton.
Indeed.
The Broncos have won 6 out of their last 7 games, and the Denver Broncos, aka the John Elways, now sit 1 game back in the AFC West. I wouldn't see that because it looked like the Chiefs were once again going to run away with the AFC West. It just looked that way. Now the Chiefs are leaking bad, and here come the Denver Broncos, one game away. And keep in mind, the Broncos have already beaten the Chiefs once this year, held them out the end zone. So they do play one more time. Be it the Broncos' House of Nightmares in Arrowhead, but right now the
Could be for
Broncos
the
have the edge
division.
per se over the Chiefs with their head-to-head win,
Yeah,
and it could be for the division
yeah,
title.
yeah.
It very very well could be. And I think are they on the bye week? Let's see. Are they on their bye? Hold on, as I'm looking ahead to the schedule and looking ahead to the next time the Chiefs and the. Oh no, they got flexed out to put into an early game. That's what happened. Okay, never mind. So
the good old flex. They should have flexed a
yeah,
few
yeah,
games
yeah.
this year.
Well, they're now starting to do that.
Well, because they're starting to see
Okay,
how
I'm
these
sorry.
teams are
No,
really
no, no.
starting to look
I'm
like
no.
towards the
I'm
end of the
sorry. I'm
year.
sorry. I'm sorry. I gave some wrong information. So the Broncos and Chiefs are done playing each other. They split the season series 1-1. However, in the case of division superlatives in the AFC West, as we go to those standings, right now the Chiefs still have the better division record, 3-1 to the Broncos, 2-2. So depending on how division
Mm-hmm.
play happens, that's the difference right now. So right now, Chiefs Broncos game back of each other, but the Broncos still playing good ball, winning 6 out of the last 7 games, beating the Chargers 24-7. Justin Herbert breaks his index finger on his throwing hand. Who
He might
knows
be
if it's
done.
Nick Eason that'll go the rest of the way? Uh, well, you might want to. Well, the writing is on the wall for Brandon Staley, unfortunately.
Oh, well, I don't
And
know. He should
like
have been fired 2 years ago.
he should have been fired after the loss of the Jaguars in the playoff game. If you want to be 100,
Well, I
because
don't
you're not
disagree with that
supposed to
statement either.
you're not
What 21
supposed to
nothing?
blow a
28 nothing?
27-0. You're up
Oh, okay.
27-0 in the playoffs, and you pull a Houston Oilers. I mean, I mean that is as blunt and as honest as I can put it.
Well, that you're not lying.
You pull the Houston Oilers. That's just something you don't do. But Russ, 21 of 33, 224, 2 touchdowns. But
Mm, mm.
Cortland Sutton with an amazing look mom one-hand grab while his other arm is being held for dear life by Michael Davis in the end zone, still makes the one-handed grab. And the Broncos never look back as they get the win 24-7 over the Chargers. And now I guess we can call this Mizzle's rant, as the Raiders defense did
There's really
everything.
nothing to rant. There's really nothing to rant about. Oh well,
Raiders defense
I
did
do have
everything,
something to
and
say.
I know you do. I know you do. But nonetheless, well, the Chargers beat the Patriots 6-0, and the Vikings flip around and beat the Raiders 3-0. And your cousin feels the same way you do, although he comes up and says this particular topic. But nonetheless, I mean, like I said, the defense did everything you could possibly do. They did everything but win the doggone game. just was it a mixture of just Bo not making adjustments on offense? Why do you think the Raiders offense looked flat for the entire game against the Vikings?
What do you mean make adjustments? They came off a fucking bye week and they couldn't get 3 fucking points. Are you shitting me? What the fuck did they practice? What the fuck did they do? I mean, I guess the defense showed up. The defense did practice. They got the script. What the fuck did the offense do? Bro? I don't even know what the fuck to say. Because 2 weeks. You had 2 weeks, damn near 2 weeks to get it together. You brought in higher ups. I mean, like not higher ups. You brought in good head coaches. You brought in Tom Coughlin. Okay. You brought in, I don't know why the hell they brought in Adam Gase. That was a big mistake. You know what? There it is right there. He tried to run Adam Gase shit. And you see what happened? And he'll score a single fucking point. Oh, but wait. You get down in the red zone and you throw that. You've been running the same play that has not been working since they tried the shit. The fucking bubble screen. You fucking throw the bubble screen to Hunter Renfrow, and what did you do? Put the ball on the fucking turf. I mean, what the hell? Put church. I don't understand it. I don't get it. What?
And not to mention the fact that they got pressure on Josh Dobbs. They sacked him.
I was getting there. Hold on. I was getting there.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The rookie looked outstanding today on defense. And I've been saying he gonna have a game. Tyree Wilson showed up today on defense. I don't give a damn if you don't like this young man or not. I really don't care. All I've been saying is give him some time. He's going to show what he can do and what he go out there and do. I think he damn near had 1.5 or 2 sacks. He was damn near getting to the quarterback, the pass rush. I mean, I didn't see the whole game. I will sit here and give my whole – I guess I'll fucking cry my eyes out later watching this goddamn game. But what can you say about this? Everybody can go. I would like to not hold on. I'm overleaping. I still would like Antonio Pierce to stay as a coach and keep on Pat Graham, but the offensive coordinator, and the GM can stay, but the offensive coordinator, his ass can just pack his shit up and go. Let Antonio. What a lot of Raider fans got to understand: this is not Antonio Pierce's team. This is still Josh McDaniels.
Dave Ziegler.
It's still McDaniels' team.
And Dave Ziegler's
and Ziegler's team. So, and they're still running his offense per se. They're sprinkling in some new stuff. So, I'm still on board with Antonio Pierce. Clearly, you see he got the defense playing better. Let's see if he gets a real offensive coordinator in there. Twinkle and get whatever they need. And the book with Aiden O'Connell, I'm over that. I mean, we get the ball and could try to go down there in the first play after we get the ball, after the defense allowed 3 points. The first play, you stare down Devontae Adams with two defenders on him, and you think you trusted your arm to get that through there? No. They knew you were throwing the ball to Devontae Adams. So, I mean, the Vikings didn't do much either, but they did. And Nick Mullins, this is the second time this man did torch my Raiders. And as his internet has disappeared yet again. But yeah, I don't know what's going on in Vegas with the offense side of the ball. The defense is playing pretty good. It's always vice versa with them. It's one or the other. Either your defense is playing good, offense can't play good. Offense play good, defense can't play good. So I just live and die with whatever I can take with it, and we're just gonna move on the next season. And like it says, even though I couldn't spell for a
Technology
second,
is really going to make me mad in the worst way. And I don't know what has happened to Mizzle. I don't know where he is.
oh, he
His
can't
screen
see
is
me.
black.
Interesting.
I don't know if they're going to go to Garoppolo. Um,
I hope not.
that's a good question. I don't know if he is or not. Again, I don't know where Mizzle is. Hopefully, he'll come back. But the Raiders defense played a fantastic game. Josh Dobbs struggled. It had to take Kevin O'Connell going to Nick Mullins, of all people, to finally get the Vikings into field goal range. And Greg Joseph kicks the only points of the game as the Raiders fall to 5-8. The Vikings on the year go to. Okay. Stand by. Because I'm. Yes, reload. You know what? You know what, Debo? I love you to the depths. But dadgummit, I am just as fed up with my Wi-Fi stuff as you. Okay, all right. And I can tell you right now, Mizzle needed that laugh.
But at the expense of my Raiders, though. That's funny. That's funny. So see, I guess it's not my internet. We need blooper. Well, you're gonna get a lot of bloopers with his internet.
Once we get into an actual studio and we get paid for this, I'm pretty sure there'll be some nice blooper reels, kind of like Ed McMahon and Dick Clark back in the 80s, which, for you young kids, there was a show back in the day that used to air on ABC called Practical Jokes and Bloopers, hosted by Dick Clark and Ed McMahon. So there's your history lesson for today, boys and girls. Anyhow, so I don't know what you said when your cousin asked, is Jimmy going to come through? So go ahead and follow up on that, because obviously I missed that while I was cursing out my technology. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I clearly going to see that it was your internet, not mine. I left the studio and came back in. So it was
I
your
said
side
my
of it,
technology,
not mine.
not I said my technology, not yours. That's what you know what, asshole?
Hey, I had to put my 2 cents in because I'm the one that left the studio. Okay. But anyway, Jimmy Garoppolo. No, we do not play Jimmy Garoppolo. We ride with AOC because if Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt, all of his contract is guaranteed. So no, his ass is riding the bench the rest of the fucking season. If we're gonna go down, we're going down with the fucking rookie. I didn't see enough with Jimmy Garoppolo. At least if somebody's gonna make the idiot mistakes, I'd rather it be the rookie. Jimmy Garoppolo is a veteran making the same mistakes as the rookie. So no. Do not put Jimmy Garoppolo on the field at all.
So that is a big, emphatic heck no to James Richard Garoppolo.
No.
So
you can go ahead and keep you. You can go ahead and keep it PG all the hell you want to. It's a big fuck no. Okay. Do not put that son bitch on the grass. He can clipboard it the rest of the fucking season and go take a vacation after it's over. I do not want to see Garoppolo non-seeing throwing ass on the fucking field the rest of this season. I'll deal with Aiden O'Connell. That hits. That's why I'm not. I'm just more upset that this offense had time to prepare and fix shit that wasn't working, and they delivered 0 fucking points. 0.
Okay, so let's fast forward. So let's say that Mark does keep Champ Kelly and Antonio Pierce to put their program together. Who would you like to see be Antonio Pierce's offensive coordinator?
Well, I haven't really kept my eyes on offensive coordinators. Hell, you know what? I wouldn't be. Fuck it. Let's make it all black around here. Let's go ahead and bring in Hugh Jackson. Bring in Hugh Jackson. Let's go. He has an good offensive mind. I wouldn't be mad at that. Now, I wouldn't give him a long contract, but he can dial up some plays. Now, I know he got fired from Grambling because he was a head coach. Now, mind you, certain offensive coordinators are not great head coaches. Norv Turner being one of them.
But here's what I say. Here's what I say in Hugh's case, because the 2 years he was there in Oakland, that offense could put up some points.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
You and I saw that.
I know.
You and I saw that firsthand
in
2011 at the home opener against the Jets. Okay. Darren McFadden's 2 best seasons came under the tutelage of Hugh Jackson calling offensive plays. Okay. The man's playbook is large, it's huge, but Hugh Jackson got the best out of certain players. And I promise you, you don't think Devontae Adams will benefit having Hugh Jackson dialing up offensive plays for him? You don't think if they bring back Josh Jacobs and Hugh Jackson's your OC, you don't think Hugh Jackson won't lead the league in rushing again?
Oh, now, he will.
Yes, Hugh Jackson as a head coach, that might not sink, but him as a play caller, him scheming up offensive plays, that he can do. Because one of the things he will do, he will make up a playbook to that player's great strengths and what that player likes to run as far as routes and run plays. That's just so you're not wrong. Now, here's one thing I do know, and Mizzle has been saying this for years. If they don't retain Camp Chelly, I know exactly who he wants as his next GM. He happens to be in the booth doing college football for ESPN, the former,
and he also played for the Raiders
himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give
for those that don't know, we're talking about Louis Riddick here.
Yeah. Give me Louis Riddick.
If they don't retain Champ Kelly.
I'll take it. Yeah.
All right.
Which I'll say give him a 3-year. Give both of them a 3-year deal. Give them a 3-year deal and let's see what they can do. I don't give them a big long deal. Give them 3 years, and within 2 years, within 2 years, if it ain't work, cool. You can get out you can get out of it. But in 2 years, extend them. Give him 3 years. Let him build his team. You clearly see that he changed the whole dynamic in that locker room. Okay. The defense has played better the moment they were playing decent when McDaniel's there. But the moment McDaniel was gone, they were flying around. You clearly saw that yesterday. I mean, 6 sacks. I mean, I know the Vikings, it ain't Kirk Cousins, but I think if Kirk Cousins was back there, it would have been the same thing. Because you see what happened to JJ. I mean, Justin Jefferson, as I'm saying. He didn't last long.
Yeah, and hopefully he's hopefully he's okay because I
Yeah,
mean, when
because
you're
he got
talking
rushed.
about a
I don't know
back,
if he's still in the hospital out there.
that's a very that's a very serious matter. So hopefully JJ is
Yeah,
okay because you definitely want to see his
yeah.
playmaking abilities back on the football field because when he's on the field,
Agreed.
he is as special as can possibly be. Um,
Yeah,
but the Vikings do get the win as they try to keep pace in the NFC North. Well,
yeah.
it looked like it could have possibly been a trap game, but once Brock Purdy found Debo Samuel deep, the Niners never looked back as they get their 10th win of the season as they beat the Seahawks and sweep them again by a final score of 28-16. Um, it was the Christian McCaffrey and Debo Samuel show as Orange Cassidy takes a nap. He looks very peaceful. All he needs now is a blanket. But um, Niners back in the 10-win column get a huge win over the Seahawks. And now their
Yeah,
bird hunt
yeah.
continues against the Cardinals a week from now. But again, as mentioned, they took care of business. They did not look ahead. They did not look past the Seahawks
Mm-hmm.
after coming off a
Mm-hmm.
big win against the Eagles because sometimes that does happen. But in this case,
Yeah.
it didn't. Brock Purdy again continues to play solid. And I know they're just going to say, it's a part of the system and this, that, and the third. Well, again, every team has a
Isn't
system.
I'm about to say if he gets the system, ain't that what's supposed to happen?
Yeah, you would think, but
If he
what
gets
do we
it,
know?
well,
What do we know? But like I said, McCaffrey was special. Debo Samuel was special. George Kittle finds the end zone again, and I know that's what you say, but since we're doing a show, I have to actually call them by their name because if we got on TV and got our own studio, I couldn't say that on the air. Now, if it's a sports talk radio show, different story. But yes, the team that plays in Seattle and has a bird for a mascot lose 28-16 to the Niners. So, big win for them as now the bird hunt continues for the Niners. And in Arlington, Texas, the
oh
Arlington
baby,
Cowboys made a big statement in Jerry's World as they thrash
yes they
the
did.
Philadelphia Eagles 33-13. Um, and I know people want to keep hating on Dak, but Dak was outstanding. He played fantastic.
What did I say? I believe I said it on the All Pro Jaffos, and I think I said it on on one of our shows. If Dak wins against the Eagles, you might as well start putting him in the MVP category. And if he had a good game against the Eagles, which he did, so it might be might have to start taking them Cowboys serious. But it's gonna come down to y'all in the. I did say the Eagles, Cowboys, and Niners already got you guys penciled in the NFC Championship game. So it's going to come down to the Eagles and the Cowboys to play y'all to get into the Super Bowl. And I did say that on our Super Bowl show. I mean, our not our Super Bowl show, our preview show.
To which
for
he
the
did
NFL.
wash out his mouth many times after he made that statement. Believe me when I tell you. But I mean, as it stands, at this moment, the Cowboys jump officially into first place in the NFC East by way of the better division record
Mm-hmm.
with a 4-1. I mean, one thing about the Cowboys and one thing about Dak Prescott, he has always done well against his own division. He's now 9-4 career-wise against Philadelphia as they split the season series. But right now, the
I
Cowboys.
mean, you are playing Landover and East Rutherford twice a year. You can easily do that. That's not
Correct.
saying much.
Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You are well again, and this is what people don't understand. If you want to be a good team, You take care of business against the teams you're supposed to take care against, and if you can break even against the good teams 95% of the time, you'll normally have a good season and you'll make the playoffs. That's just known fact in just watching sports. You take care. You try to win most of your game. You try to win a majority of your games at home. You try to win about 70 to 80% of your games at home. You try to win that. Then you try to break even on the road, and then
Yes.
and against the good teams you try to break even, and then the teams that you're
Mhm.
supposed to beat, you beat. That's how you be a
Yeah.
good team. And that's how you get in the
Yeah.
process of being a good team, by doing those few things. And the Cowboys have defended home turf. They are 7-0 at home at Jerry's World, which is always a good thing to defend home field. And I mean, they did put on the dandy Don Meredith throwback jerseys and gave the Eagles a shellacking. And for the second consecutive week, the Eagles on offense just did not look in rhythm. They just did not look in sync. Um, Even when the Eagles got that fumble return on defense for a touchdown, the Cowboys just did not. They did not fall off they stayed to the course and responded back and scored. But also, it does help when you go 9 for 16 on third downs. That normally gives you a very
Oh,
good high percentage of winning the football game.
yeah.
That and 394 yards of total offense. And really, 10 penalties by the Eagles didn't help. But also, when you turn the ball over 3 times like the Eagles did, that
A lot of
normally.
fumbles by the receivers too.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, 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 yeah. And
ooh.
Michael Gallup made an appearance today. He made some fantastic
Oh,
catches for the Cowboys as Ferguson had 5. If you do not see Jake Ferguson hurdle an Eagles defender, tight ends are not supposed to do that.
no, no.
Edwin Moses, the greatest hurdler of all time, would have approved of that. And if you don't know who Edwin Moses is, go to YouTube, just type in Edwin Moses and the hurdles, and you're welcome. Hence why I said he's the greatest hurdler of all time, because that was Edwin Moses' thing, jumping the hurdles and winning gold medals. Of course, multiple time gold medal United States, which, by the way, the Olympiad's coming to you next year from Paris, France, and then 4 years after that, back in the United States of America. Now that will willingly go to Los Angeles to watch something of the summer games of the Olympiad. That's about it. Anyhow,
I agree. I agree.
Two games tonight, and again, I'm still trying to understand why.
At the same time, as he broke off again. And before I continue to talk, yeah, I see I fucking misspelled the word. I don't know why that it did that. There's a G there that should not be there. I was trying to get it in order. Anyway, yeah, ESPN is playing two Monday night football games at the same time. Why? Why? That, that you save that for the weekends, the weekend type games. You don't put that on a Monday night. Certain people are getting off work. They only got one time to think about is putting it on one game. Now they don't want to try to figure out, do I want to watch this or watch that? Unless you're fans of the teams, then I guess you're going to figure out which game you're going to watch. But putting putting two ESPN, two football games on ESPN at the same time, nah, I don't think I would have did that. And some way, somehow, I'm gonna have to find a way to get my co-host some better internet because it's just crappy. He might as well should just use his phone because it it, it it just ain't working for that man. So if anybody wants to do a GoFundMe to get this man a better internet, I'll be down for that. Just kidding. Just kidding. As hopefully he will jump back in. He will have a very, very angry face. I promise you. Nope. Internet still just ain't jiving with it. See, told you.
If I can choke slam technology, and Devo, you are an asshole for that, a straight up ass.
Well, I'm the one who said it.
Okay. I'm sorry I accused you initially, but because you laughed and agreed, you both are assholes for that, dadgummit.
Well,
I need new towers. But as I was trying to say before, technology rudely interrupted me again. I still don't know why there are two Monday night games being started at the same time, but nonetheless, we have
yes.
Packers and Giants from East Rutherford, and the Dolphins, the number one seeded Dolphins, at home on Monday night. That's why I said I'm sorry for accusing you first, because I didn't know that Mizzle was the one that initiated it. But knowing you, I know you're going to agree with him because you found it funny. But nonetheless, to our 5 viewers that are here watching us live, thank you. We appreciate it. And let me just apologize on my behalf because technology has really irritated me tonight to no avail, and by no means, and really pissing me off. And I'm sorry for that. But nonetheless, Packers, Giants, Titans, Eagles, and oh, by the way, before I forget, sad, tragic news to report with the Tennessee Titans.
Oh yeah.
Their very great, distinguished career, and was a broadcaster with the Titans, and of course, the greatest play in the history of the Tennessee Titans,
Music City Miracle. Yep.
Tight end Frank Wycheck was the man that threw the ball to Kevin Dyson, and of course, the rest is history. Tragically, Frank Wycheck lost his life at the age of 52 after a fall at his home. Just tragic news for the Tennessee Titans. And it's, I mean, it's just that's just sad. In a statement made by the Titans, by the Wycheck family, in his home in Chattanooga, Tennessee, he hit his head Saturday morning and was found unresponsive later in the day. Of course, he was in the Titans Ring of Honor, caught 27 touchdowns for 4,958 yards and 482 passes he's caught. He was a favorite target of the late Steve McNair, and it's just hard to think that two key cogs in that Super Bowl run in 1999 for the Titans, the great Steve McNair and Frank Wycheck, both of them gone. Certainly, Mizzle and I want to send our prayers to his teammates, his family, and the Titans fans and their organization, because he was a fantastic player, a well-beloved player with the Titans. Just sad all around. Frank Wycheck, all-pro tight end for the Titans, gone at the age of 53. Too damn young. My goodness.
Good call on that one right there.
Our best wishes or our condolences and prayers to the Wycheck family and the Titans. We do have one last card on Showtime Championship Boxing, which will take place at the legendary famous Armory in Minnesota. A way to kick off the last time that Showtime will air Championship Boxing.
Glad I'm off to watch that.
Which for Mizzle and I is very, very sad, because like I said, me and Mizzle grew up watching boxing on HBO and Showtime, and now for both of those to not be involved in boxing is still shocking to its core. But Premier Boxing Champions, as mentioned in one of our last couple of shows, they have signed a deal with Amazon Prime Video. So now Amazon Prime Video not only will air boxing matches for PBC, but also documentaries and series involving the PBC fighters under Al Heyman's brand. But nonetheless, we'll have a rematch in the making as the Ghost, Robert Guerrero, and Andre Berto will kick off or pick up where they left off from their classic fight from many, many moons ago, which was a fantastic back and forth fight between those guys. It will be a part of that card. The event.
Oh yeah. Gonna have to get him that special router. I have to go on Amazon after this is over and look for one. Maybe get it shipped there for Christmas. Spread the Wi-Fi range around a little more. Or you know what? He's just gonna have to start doing it on his phone. See? Yep. Decision made. Go on Amazon. But as he was saying about Showtime and HBO boxing, that's just a shame that it won't be on those networks anymore. Showbox, HBO Boxing After Dark. Those were good staples for up and coming young boxers. And I'm a big, 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 big boxing fan. So having that and all those going through in those avenues on those networks was special. And now we don't have it. That hurts the soul. But I guess everybody wants to hey, we can definitely do that. I'll check it. I'll check it out. He made me lose my whole train of thought when I was talking about boxing. Oh, but yes, just to lose those two networks in boxing. So hopefully, as you say, Amazon Prime picks it up. Maybe CBS will pick it up, and we can. Or it was it NBC. I can't remember if it was NBC or CBS that had boxing on Saturdays. I want to say it's NBC, but as long as they have avenues for me to watch boxing, I'll go there. I really don't care where it's at.
Technology is getting on my everlasting nerves. It is something I can't stand right now. And I really want to take a baseball bat and just bash technology because I'm highly irritated. But with that said, I'm going to let Mizzle give me his final thoughts before we call it a night because I'm tired of being cut off by technology. So technology, you get a big FU right now, technology.
Oh well, yeah. Okay. This is what I would love to see what kind of quick adjustments they can make because it's on a short week. Pretty sure Herbert is not going to play Thursday night. So I would like to see what adjustments the offense is going to make because I'm pretty sure the defense is going to show up and play a tremendous game because it's going to be Raiders West because we're playing in SoFi. So we'll help them with their little concession stand and ticket sales and all that stuff like that. But I would like to see what the offense is going to bring after this performance. If they put together another display of football like they did yesterday, and he's gone again, but I'll continue. Oh, wait, there he is. We're playing. It's like playing musical chairs with his internet right now. So I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. But I would just like to see what the offense is going to bring Thursday, and I'll leave it at that. Do you have anything on top of that? Can you hear me?
You know what? Screw technology right now. That's how I feel. I went on my doggone phone to finish this show because technology is just really irritating the symptoms of Jesus out of me right now. Can't stand it.
It's testing your patience.
Right about now, yes, it is. So, with that said, my final thoughts. Sad that Showtime Championship Boxing is coming to an end. Basketball season is picking up. We got 3 Saturday games coming up. We will be back later on today for episode 140. And for that matter, we will give our picks for week 15. There's 3 Saturday games this week in the NFL. So that's
yes.
Look forward to. And also, college bowl season starts. But yeah, technology, you suck tonight. You suck tremendous, big time donkey nuts. I can't stand it. Anyhow, to our viewers, we appreciate you. We love you for tuning in and watching us. God willing, technology will be better when we bring you episode 140 with our Monday night recap and our picks for week 15 in the NFL and go through the NBA rundown. But nonetheless, it's nap time for Mizzle and I. And we thank y'all for watching. He's Mizzle. I'm Dub, as he does the Wardell. And as always, it's 12 somewhere. And you have been watching the Mizzle Dub. You guys take care. Be safe. God bless you all. Take care of yourself and each other.
What's the last comment? I like to see the last comment. Love you too, cousin.
Love you too, bro.
Peace.